morning. I'm Apolinario Ferdidignadi si Valencia, and this is Philippine Headlines. In Luzon, a house in Solano, Nueva Vizcaya gutted by fire. Neighboring houses partially affected by flames. Friends of the family whose house was razed by fire are now appealing for help following the incident that occurred yesterday, January 31 this year, shortly after 10:30 a.m. along the Dupan Street in Barangay Quirino in the municipality of Solano, the province of Nueva Vizcaya. The burned house is owned by the Isidro family, which include 2 senior citizens and 1 grade 6 pupil. They were unable to save any belongings during the fire. According to Fire Officer 2 Tyron J. Rinalde, investigator on the case of the Bureau of Fire Protection or BFP Solano, the fire started at around 10:37 a.m. It was declared out at exactly 11:10 a.m. on the same day. A total of 5 fire trucks responded to the incident, including 2 from their Station 1 from the BFP Provincial Office and the BFP Bayumbong. The investigators said the burned house was already old and a 2-story residential structure, which allowed the fire to spread quickly and completely engulf the house, partially affecting nearby homes. It is believed that the fire started on the 2nd floor of the house, based on the account of a relative of the owners, who first noticed smoke coming from upstairs and immediately informed the elderly residents living there. Fortunately, no one was injured in the incident. Although the houses of other relatives, homes to 4 families, were slightly affected by the flames. At present, members of Bureau of Fire Protection Solano are still conducting an investigation to determine the main cause of the fire, although an electrical short circuit is among the possible causes being considered. The estimated damage from the fire is around 150,000 pesos, excluding the appliances and household items destroyed, based on the assessment of the Bureau of Fire Protection. In Facebook post, host Edward urged the public to extend any form of assistance to the affected family, including prayers. In Visayas, Vice Mayor Julius Assis of Panay, Capiz, is passed away at the age of 45. The municipality of Panay, the province of Capiz, Vice Mayor Julius Assis has passed away at the age of 45. A resident of Barangay Poblacion Tabuk in Panay said that the death of Vice Mayor Assis brought deep sorrow to the community. She shared that people were especially sadless because of his helpful nature, as he showed no favoritism and extended assistance to everyone in his district. According to Mendalina, the grief felt by the people of Panay over the passing of Vice Mayor Assis is something they still cannot fully accept, and his kindness has become a lasting memory they will never forget. She added that May residents are offering prayers for his soul and expressing their sympathy to his family. However, as of this time, the family has not yet released any formal statement regarding the cause of death of their beloved family member. In Mindanao, Nuestra Señora de la Paz in Santa Clara in the municipality of Calamansig nearly damaged due to successive earthquakes. The series of earthquakes that struck the town caused damage to the chapel of Nuestra Señora de la Paz in Santa Clara in the municipality of Calamansig, the province of Sultan Kudarat. Photos shows that several tiles fell from the chapel's altar as a result of the tremors. However, this did not hinder the faith of the devotees in the area. In fact, they held a holy rosary to pray for everyone's safety amid the continuing earthquakes. In the other news, injured all found in Kalinga, Rizal Municipal Police Station turns over birds to DNR. A concerned citizen discovered an injured all in Barangay San Pascual in Rizal, Kalinga, especially near the gasoline station at around 10:30 a.m. yesterday. According to the Rizal Municipal Police Station, the resident who found the bird personally turned over one barn owl, locally known as Taito Alba, to their station. The resident encountered that the oil was found inside the gasoline station premises, appearing weak and having difficulty flying due to an injury to its left wing. Authorities suspect that the bird was shot with an air gun. The owl was given initial treatment by DENR Bulanao and is currently recovering at the said office. The Rizal Municipal Police Station stated that their office remains open to public for the proper turnover and endangered species as part of their strong coordination and partnership with the DENR. And our business update, January inflation seen steady at 1.8%. Inflation likely remains steady in January as declines in electricity rates and vegetable prices offset higher fuel costs and increases in other staple foods, a balance that may give the central bank room to cut interest rates further if warranted. The consumer price index is expected to come in at 1.8% for the first month of 2026, according to the median estimate of 15 economists surveyed by the last week. If borne out, the reading to be released on February 5 would match December's pace of price gains. It will also fall within the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP forecast range of 1.4 to 2.2%, marking the 11 consecutive months that inflation has remained below the central bank's 2 to 4% target. In Luzon, a house in Barangay Gapal in the city of Kawayan was gutted by fire. A house in Barangay Gapal in the city of Kawayan was engulfed in flames after a blaze broke out yesterday morning, February 2. According to an interview with Fire Chief Inspector Francis David Barceliano, chief of the Kawayan City Fire Station, they received a report at around 7 a.m. regarding a house on fire in the said area. Fire personnel immediately responded to the scene. However, because some parts of the house were made of light materials and the fire spread rapidly. Although the fire was eventually extinguished, Fire Chief Inspector Barceliano said the house was still declared totally burned due to the extent of the damage it sustained. Meanwhile, despite the incident, no individuals were reported injured and no nearby houses were affected by the fire. One of the challenges encountered during the response was the distance of the incident location, which caused a delay in the arrival of fire personnel at the scene. An investigation is currently underway to determine the cause of the fire and assess a total damage caused by the blaze. In Visayas, Office of the Vice President Aid for Mamanwa Tribe in St. Bernard, Southern Leyte. The Office of the Vice President or OVP through its Eastern Visayas Satellite Office conducted relief operations for the Mamanwa tribe affected by Typhoon Tino in Barangay Bantawon in St. Bernard, Southern Leyte. A total of 87 sacks of 25-kilo rice were distributed to affected families in coordination with the local government unit and Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office. This effort reflects the OVP's ongoing commitment to helping disaster-stricken communities. Support is continuously delivered through coordination between the central office, satellite offices, and local governments. In Mindanao, tricycle driver and nurse passenger killed in shooting in the city of General Santos. A tricycle driver and his passenger were killed after being shot by still unidentified suspect at around 2 p.m. on February 2, 2026, along Aparente Street in Barangay City Heights, city of General Santos. The victims were identified as Ivan Conde, 33 years old, a tricycle driver and resident of Barangay Mabuhay, and his passenger Nizar Aguasito, 24 years old, a nurse, a native of Sultan Kudarat and temporarily residing in Oringo City Heights. Based on the initial investigation by authorities, the tricycle was traveling along the said road and the nurse passenger was on her way home from shopping at a mall when they were suddenly shot by suspects riding a motorcycle, commonly referred to as riding in tandem. After the shooting, the suspects quickly fled on board the motorcycle. The victims were immediately rushed to the nearest hospital but were both declared dead on arrival. Aguacito was a nurse at Mindanao Medical Center and was believed to be an unidentified victim of the shooting. She left behind her one-year-old child. Authorities are currently conducting a thorough investigation to determine their motive and identify the suspects. The police have also appealed to the public to provide any information that may help in the arrest of the perpetrators. In the other news, the 76th Patronal Fiesta of Nuestra Señora de la Candelaria Parish and the 12th Candela Festival in the city of Tacorong, the province of Sultan Kudarat, were successfully held. Before the celebration officially began, a blessing of the candles was first conducted. Devotees, worshippers, and members of the Roman Catholic Church continued to arrive, with an estimated more than 5,000 people taking part in the celebration. This was followed by the distribution of over 5,000 servings of arroz valenciana, and by noon, everyone shared in the meal prepared by the 5 clusters and the parish. And our business update, after the Cebu Pacific, Philippine Airlines is moving to turboprop flights to Clark by the end of March. Philippine Airlines is moving all of its remaining turboprop flight in Manila to Clark International Airport by the end of month of March. Starting March 29, Philippine Airlines flights from Manila to Coron and Manila to Siargao will be transferred to Clark. Flights from Manila to Catarman, meanwhile, will instead be flying from Cebu to Catarman. Passengers on the affected flights may rebook their tickets within 60 days from the original travel date or ask for a refund. They may also convert the cost of the ticket to travel credits. Philippine Airlines said passengers affected by flight disruptions would receive a 5% bonus value when converting to travel credits. Airport authorities had ordered the gradual phase-out of turboprop operations at Naya last December 2024 to ease congestions and maximize air traffic flow at Naya. With the phase-out of airlines, turboprop planes at Naya, more slots will be open for jet aircraft. Philippine Airlines also said it was increasing the frequency of flights to more domestic routes starting in March. A turboprop airplane is a smaller aircraft that can carry about 60 passengers. In Luzon, investigation launched over oil pollution at Sampaloc Lake in the city of San Pablo, the province of Laguna. The local government of San Pablo City has launched an investigation into reports of oil pollution at Sampaloc Lake, one of the city's renowned 7 lakes. Mayor Naji Kapangada ordered the probe after a video circulated on social media showing an oil slick on the lake's surface, allegedly coming from a pipe near in Barangay 5A. A joint inspection was promptly conducted by the City Environment and Natural Resources Office or CENRO, City Solid Waste Management Office or CSWMO, and City Health Office or CHO to determine the source of the contamination. According to the report from the City Information Office, Barangay Kagawad Celerino Flores of Barangay 5A said an old pipeline connected. During the inspection, traces of oil were observed seeping from a restaurant along the lake shore. However, the restaurant management claims it does not dispose of using cooking oil into the lake and sells it to a recycling facility instead. Inspectors, however, noted the absence of a functioning grease tap in the kitchen, prompting the City Health Office to issue a warning for non-compliance with the sanitation code of the Philippines. Further inspection in the portion of the lake within Barangay 4C revealed the presence of fats, oils, and grease or fog, as well as soapy wastewater flowing directly into Sampaloc Lake from nearby households. The joint inspection team also observed the lack of an operational drainage canal in the area. Senro recommended the construction of an open drainage canal at the installation of the proper wastewater treatment system to prevent further pollution. In a preliminary report, the CSWMO said the oily substance may have been improperly discarded by a resident or vendor near the lake and may not have originated from the nearby drainage pipe. Authorities have warned residents and business establishments to strictly adhere to proper waste and wastewater disposal practices. The inspection team also recommended closing outlets that discharge untreated wastewater into the lake, conducting regular drainage canal cleanups, and strengthening monitoring by barangay officials around Sampaloc Lake. Daily shoreline cleanup drives led by the Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Management Council o FARMC were likewise encouraged alongside continuous monitoring by the CSWMO and other local offices in line with the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004 to ensure the cleanliness and protection of the lake. In Visayas, City of Talisay Road driver released after family settlement. The driver of a van involved in a fatal road crash in Talisay City in the province of Cebu was released from police custody on Tuesday, February 3, after the families of the victim and the driver reached a settlement. According to Police Staff Sergeant Roberto Eribito of Talisay City Police Station, the mother and sibling of the deceased motorcycle rider and the driver of the van reached an agreement, with the driver's employer committing to shoulder the wake and burial expenses and provide financial assistance to the victim's family. The crash happened at 11:05 p.m. on Monday, February 2 in Sitio Tangob in Barangay Lagtang, the city of Talisay, the province of Cebu. Based on the police investigation, a motorcycle and a van were traveling in opposite directions when they collided. A witness told police that the motorcycle attempted to overtake a tricycle and swerved into the opposite lane where it collided head-on with the oncoming van. The motorcycle rider sustained severe injuries and was rushed to Cebu South Medical Center or CSMC by first responders, but was declared dead on arrival by the attending physician. In Mindanao, 1,000 houses razed in fire. An estimated more than 1,000 houses were reduced to ashes in the fire that broke out last night in Barangay Lamion in the municipality of Bongao, the province of Tawi-Tawi. The fire started at around 10 p.m. on January 3 and was declared out at around 2 o'clock in the morning on February 4. Affected families were immediately evacuated to the MSU Amil Bahar Gym and the provincial quarantine area. Authorities are still investigating the cause of the fire. In the other news, Asia Rose Simpson shines as Miss World Philippines 2026. It's Meet Our Miss World Philippines 2026. Quezon City's Asia Rose Simpson shines as Miss World Philippines 2026. Joining her on the royal court are Gabriel Fuentes Galapia of Pampanga, named second princess, and Anne de Mesa of Manila, who takes home the title of first princess. And our business update, Walmart hits $1 trillion market value, joins club dominated by big tech giants. Walmart became the first retailer ever to hit $1 trillion in market valuation on Tuesday, riding on a year-long rally that has seen its shares rise nearly 26%, placing it among the ranks of big tech heavyweights such as Nvidia and Alphabet. Walmart's ascent has been notable as it has managed to tap into a mix of appealing simultaneously to higher income customers seeking value and convenience and retailing the core base of lower income shoppers. The stock has surged 468% over the past decade, outpacing the S&P 500's 264% gain in part due to dual strategy, which competitors have struggled to replicate. In the past 5 years, the retailer has expanded its online marketplace to over half a billion items, launched one-hour delivery, created Walmart Plus to rival Amazon Prime and billed as $4 billion advertising business that boosted margins. Critically, Walmart built early aggressively on AI, pouring billions into supply chains to autoimmune to stock pressure produce, speed up deliveries, and improve inventory forecasting and search, giving the Bentonville, Arkansas based on retailer and operational edge that has helped it beat U.S. same-store sales estimates for 15 consecutive quarters, based on estimated complied by LSEG. Investors' optimism around Walmart's AI investment has further fueled the stock's rise as customers increasingly shift grocery shopping online. With every $1 in $4 spent on groceries in the U.S. going to Walmart, the retailer finds itself in a sweet spot in the challenging consumer environment where low and middle income households face strain from inflation and cooling job market, tariffs, and uncertainty from the recent U.S. government shutdown, all of which have made the retailer's everyday low price strategy more compelling. John Furner, stepping into the role as Walmart's global CEO on February 1, faces the critical challenge of accelerating the company's technology investment in an AI-driven era while fending off competition from rivals. Amazon and Costco and Walmart was added to the tech-focused Nasdaq 100 index last month, home to the most valuable non-financial linked companies, replacing British drug maker AstraZeneca. It joins a roster of U.S. companies valued at $1 trillion or more, including Nvidia at $4.5 trillion, Alphabet at $4.1 trillion, Apple at $3.9 trillion, Microsoft at $3.1 trillion, Amazon at $2.6 trillion, Meta is $1.8 trillion, Tesla at $1.6 trillion, and Berkshire Hathaway at $1 trillion. The milestone caps a remarkable journey for the retailer, which opened its first store in Rogers, Arkansas in 1962 and now operates 4,600 locations across the United States. Walmart went public in 1970 at $16.50 on the over-the-counter exchange before listing on the New York Stock Exchange in 1972. The company joined the Dow Jones Industrial Average in 1997 and has been a fixture in the S&P 500 for decades. Walmart stocks was trading at $127.10 in the afternoon trading. The price reflects multiple stock splits, most recently a 3-for-1 split on February 26, 2024. In Luzon, dead oarfish found floating in the municipality of Ginayangan, the province of Quezon. A dead oarfish was found floating at the Ginayangan Municipal Fish Port in the municipality of Ginayangan, the province of Quezon, at around 7:30 a.m. yesterday on Wednesday, February 4. The discovery was made by a fisherman who immediately reported it to the Coast Guard substation Ginayangan. The municipal agriculturist and fishery technicians promptly responded to conduct an examination. The oarfish measured 3.59 meters in length, 0.70 meters in width, and weighed 22 kilograms. Oarfish are deep-sea species that are rarely seen in shallow waters. Due to the condition of the fish and the interest of the public safety, it was not allowed to be consumed. It was immediately transferred by authorities to a designated area for proper disposal. In Visayas, head of Talisay City Traffic Operations temporarily closes road due to Tropical Storm Basyang. The road along Manipis Road in Talisay City, the province of Cebu, was closed starting the evening on February 5 due to Tropical Storm Basyang and the threat of landslides in the area. Jonathan Tumulak, the head of the Talisay City Traffic Operations and Development Authority, or City TODA, said the decision was based on the finding of the recent inspection conducted by the Mines and Geosciences Bureau Region 7, or MGB 7, which identified the area as highly dangerous due to the risk of landslides and falling rocks, especially during bad weather. Authorities said the temporary road closure aims to prevent possible accidents. In Mindanao, Barangay Council in Barangay Bugo, the city of Cagayan de Oro, on higher alert for possible adverse effects of Tropical Storm Bashang. Barangay Bugo Councilor Chebong Guevara said that all equipment and vehicles of the barangay are now ready for the possible adverse effects of Tropical Storm Bashang, especially tonight. According to Councilor Guevara, medical teams are also on standby along with dump trucks that can be used to transport residents to safer areas if needed. In the other news, Facebook is now the celebrated of 22nd anniversary this year. From the Harvard dorm room in 2004 to a global social media giant connecting billions worldwide, Facebook marks 22 years of reshaping how people share, connect, and communicate online. Celebrated every February 4, Facebook marks another year since its launch in 2004 by founder Mark Zuckerberg. Now with nearly 3 billion users worldwide, it has connected friends, shares milestones, and transformed how people communicate and advertise. From the simple social network to a global platform powered by ads, Facebook continues to shape how the world stays connected. And our business update, BPI racked up record 6.6 billion peso profit in 25. Bank of the Philippine Islands or BPI capped 2025 with a record high net profit of 66.62 billion pesos supported by strong revenue growth and sustained loan expansion. The Ayala-led bank recorded a 7.4% increase in net income even as a provisioning cost and operating expenses swelled. In a disclosure on Monday, BPI said its total revenues rose 14.8% to 195.3 billion pesos, driven mainly by a 16% jump in net interest income in 148 billion pesos. The bank said its increase was fueled by an 8.5% expansion in its average asset, based on a 28 basis points improvement and net interest margin to 4.6%. Non-interest income grew 11% to 47.2 billion pesos, lifted by the higher fee income from cards, insurance, and wealth management, as well as a strong trading gains. On the other hand, operating expenses increases 9.9% to 92.1 billion pesos, reflecting higher costs related to business volume, manpower, and technology investments. Despite this, BPI's cost-to-income ratio improved to 47.2%, down 209 basis points on the back of robust revenue growth. The bank reported on a non-performing loan ratio of 2.18% and an NPL coverage ratio of 94.9%. In Luzon, utility van collides with another parked utility van caught on camera. The utility van crashed into another utility van that was parked in the city of Batak, the province of Ilocos Norte. In the video, the van can be seen traveling at a fast speed when the SUV it was following suddenly slowed down. In Visayas, landslide in the city of Toledo. A landslide occurred near the barangay hall of Captain Claudio in the city of Toledo, the province of Cebu, early Friday morning, February 6, according to the Toledo City Public Information Office. Residents are advised to exercise caution when passing through the affected area as authorities continue to monitor ground conditions amid adverse weather brought by Tropical Depression Bashang. In Mindanao, 4 dead in landslide in the city of Cagayan de Oro. 4 people died after a house was buried by a landslide in Barangay Sambulawan, Agusan, in the city of Cagayan de Oro, the province of Misamis Oriental, due to heavy rains brought by Typhoon Bashang. The fatalities include the husband and wife who owned the house, along with their 2 nieces, nephews, a 13-year-old and an 11-month-old infant. Meanwhile, lechon shop in the city of Cagayan de Oro due to Typhoon Bashang. Lechon orders temporarily cancelled. A lechon shop in the city of Cagayan de Oro will not be able to deliver orders today after flood waters inundated their cooking area as well as the homes of their staff due to impact of Typhoon Bashang. In an important announcement, the management apologizes to its clients for the damage caused by the calamity to its operations. The entire cooking area was flooded, making it impossible to prepare and transport lechon orders today. All customers with scheduled orders for today are advised to immediately send a direct message to their Facebook page to discuss possible adjustment or refunds. The management also thanked their royal customers for their understanding amid a difficult situation, especially as the homes of their employees were also directly affected by the widespread flooding. Any other news? The landfalling of tropical storm Bashang. Based on the latest report from Pag-asa this Friday, February 6 at 5 a.m., Tropical Storm Bashang, or international name Fenha, has maintained its strength while crossing the province of Agusan del Norte. The center of the storm was last observed at around 4 a.m. in the vicinity of Habonga, with maximum sustained winds of 65 kilometers per hour and gusts of up to 90 kilometers per hour. It is currently moving west-northwestward at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour. The public is advised to remain alert for possible flooding and landslides in the area and to monitor the next bulletin to be issued at 10 a.m. today. Stay safe, mga kasadya. And our business update, Lufthansa Technik sets heights of $409 million aviation hub in Clark. Lufthansa Technik Philippines, or LTP, is looking to pour roughly $400 million or roughly 23.5 billion pesos into a 15-hectare maintenance, repair, and operations complex at the Clark Aviation Capital, a project that could further boost Clark's emergence as a key aviation center in the country. Basis Conversions and Development Authority, or BCDA, President and Chief Executive Officer Joshua Bingkang said Thursday that the aircraft maintenance provider formally presented its proposal to the government-owned firm last month. Bingkang said he hopes to close the deal with Lufthansa by the first quarter of this year. The contract is expected to run for up to 25 years. This development comes as the Lushotan-backed LTP is currently negotiating a lease renewal for its MRO facility at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport following the expiration of its 25-year contract in August last 2025. LTP saw a sharp increase at lease cost for its 22.6-hectare at Naya facility following the takeover by the San Miguel-led consortium New Naya Infra Corporation last 2024. Bingkang downplayed speculation of a Naya pull-out, saying that LTP plans to retain its operates there and the Clark project is meant to support the company's expansion. And that is Philippine Headlines this Friday, February 6, 2026. I'm Apolinario 30 Dignadisi Valencia, and this is Salakot Online Broadcasting Network. Good night, Philippines. Amping kasadya.